I write like a toddler. You wanna hang on your fridge? Seriously, thank you for 50 subscribers. And, you know, it's not a big accomplishment in terms of the grand scheme of things, but it's very exciting. I'm excited for the 50 subs. It's super cool. I never thought, you know, I'd grow, like, I'd say 40% since I started doing the vlog. I hope it keeps on going, and hopefully, you know, I get better at this. At the same time, I get more viewers and things. That'd be exciting. I really have a lot of fun doing this, and the more community I can get with people talking, it would be dream come true. You know, just doing something. My goal in the long term is to work on my own projects and talk about them here. Just gotta get there. Backup SD card so I can swap out and record while I'm pulling another video. If you ever need scissors, these are the best freaking scissors. With the Roe versus Wade stuff, or I'm just gonna lightly touch on the topic like I have with all of these videos, rather than diving into it, because I'm no political science major, nor am I politically or lawfully keen, so this is just minor research based. A broad overview of Roe versus Wade is that it was a decision by the Supreme Court to give the liberty to abort a child. So what does Roe versus Wade being overturned mean for Americans? Now, what it means is that instead of having a federally mandated countrywide coverage for abortion, now the decision is made by the states only. What that means is something similar to what Texas has been doing, which actually I don't know how. There might be more than I know about that. But they would allow bounty hunters to hunt down people trying to get abortions by leaving the state, and they would get a reward for turning these women in that were trying to get abortions, that, you know, maybe rape victims, or it wasn't a healthy pregnancy and it was going to end up in the death of the mother or the child or both. So people were scared. People were scared that they're going to, that their kids, or they're going to grow up in a world where if something terrible happens to them, like they're assaulted, they can't do anything about it. They're stuck with a child that, you know, they don't feel like they can take care of, or, you know, it's just too much for them emotionally because they were just assaulted and it's just, they don't feel safe anymore. Then, you know, the argument is that you can give those kids up to the foster care system, but the foster care system is already overwhelmed and does not succeed at helping kids. Look up any stories about them, any anecdotes, and you'll see nothing but sad stories. It's such a hard life, and nobody should be forced into it if they can help it. Now, the dangers of not having access to an abortion is that, you know, people will still do it. It doesn't matter if you hide it, if you make it illegal, if you make huge fines and jail time. People are going to find a way to do it because having a kid and taking care of a kid and raising a kid is too much, you know, emotionally for them, or physically for them, or it doesn't fit their lives, or it might kill them. There's something called an ectopic pregnancy. An ectopic pregnancy is when a fertilized egg grows outside of the main uterus where, you know, everybody grows, which is a huge danger to both the baby, it probably won't come to term, and the mother. It'll probably kill her if she doesn't get medical prevention, or miscarries, and it might cause a major traumatic health event, and she might not be able to have any kids after that. This overturn will not allow somebody in that scenario, in some states, if they don't allow it, to get an abortion, which is very important. It's very important for their lives, their loved ones' lives, and maybe their other children. They might have 5 other kids, but now they're doomed to die because this one child that they maybe accidentally got pregnant with, or they planned to, but it was just a bad, you know, egg implantation. You can't help that. They can't do anything about it. Now they're gonna make some. They're gonna orphan or, you know, widow their husbands, or they're gonna widow their significant others, and now this parent is stuck alone with the kids and doesn't have their other parent, which is, you know, important to all their growth. So you're sacrificing the life of one for the life of, you know, 2 to infinity. It's just not just that alone doesn't make it very fair. My feelings on it is, usually there's an argument that life begins at conception. So as soon as that egg is fertilized, it's life. A good bit of time when eggs are fertilized, they just don't make it, or people will miscarry them and not even know because they fail so early. Now, my belief with it is that life begins before conception. Sperm and eggs are both life. You're defining things as, you can't do something if it's a life. There's so much more. Why do we kill an ant? Why do we kill cows and pigs? They're all living creatures. What makes us more important than the lives of the things we eat? And in the end, I think it's more important to protect the person and people that are already here. And so many kids might lose their mothers because of this decision. And not having a parent is so much worse than maybe having somebody that's heavily injured or having a successful pregnancy that wasn't wanted. So then maybe this child is not taken care of properly, or dumped on the government system, which doesn't handle kids well either. So the camera died. Luckily I have a big battery pack of batteries here. So my stance is that life begins before conception. But what does a potential life matter opposed to a current life in the health of everybody involved in that scenario? If a child's going to be born into poverty and not be able to be fed and stuck on the system and just grows up miserably and just continues this cycle of difficult living, is that better? I don't know. That's a kind of a philosophical question. I'd rather be alive. I'd rather be alive forever. But maybe if I lived in an area where I was heavily injured and attacked and assaulted, and I didn't have food or water or safe living conditions, maybe I wouldn't want to be alive, and it would have been better to, been aborted or something. Now, it's a dark thing to say. This is a tough topic. It really is. And honestly, this is probably going to upset people. But if it's the right thing and the kid's going to have a good life, a happy life, or at least a life where it's worth living, they shouldn't. It'd be best if they didn't get aborted, but sometimes it doesn't work out. Maybe there's a family, the father gets sick 2 months into the pregnancy, and they won't be able to feed or take the care of the kid, or they find out that there's a major medical issue with the child, and they don't have the means to raise a kid with those medical needs. It might be the best decision for everybody involved, because if they aren't getting the care they deserve, and it's not fair to the people that aren't born either. The past few years have been sad times for the United States, in my opinion. In the world in general. Not even pandemic related. There's something going on, lead paint or plastic in the brain. But it seems like everybody's angrier and hateful and just out to get each other. Just look at any kind of Facebook or Reddit or Instagram or Twitter post. There's always so much anger and hate, fighting and arguing. Just be good to each other. Think beyond your heart-set feelings and kind of look at the other side. Now, I can see the argument on that topic. I can see the argument of maybe this next person will be the cure of cancer. But maybe the kid's stuck in foster care. Maybe the kid that couldn't eat and starved to death. Maybe the kid that got shot in a drive-by shooting because he couldn't live in a less impoverished area. Maybe they would have been the next one to cure cancer, but they weren't given the chance. I'm going to leave it there because this is just a stupid topic. I can't believe that we're here and we're regressing. This is such a Rome has fallen situation. And I'm fearful of the future of these states. If it made sense, maybe I'd move, but I don't know. It's so bad. Stay safe. Make sure you advocate and vote. And it's the best we can do as individuals. Rally where you can. And have a good one. Hope you're staying positive spirits. And thanks again for 50 subs. That's so fun. I'm looking forward to the next milestone, and every single person that subscribes. Say hello, I love talking. Or if you have any questions for advice on how I got this kind of set up so far, I'm willing. I'm trying to grow and make this nicer setup. But take it easy. Thanks again. This is a talking head video again. Goodbye. Roe versus Wade being overturned.